Have you ever left a conversation and later your mind starts replaying it? Not the entire conversation, just one moment. One sentence, something you said that suddenly feels awkward in hindsight, and before you know it, your brain starts doing what it always does. Rewinding the scene. Why did I say that? Did that sound strange? Did they think I meant something else? You replay their reaction. You replay your tone. You replay the exact words you used. And somehow the conversation keeps happening in your mind, even though it ended hours ago. This experience is more common than people realize. In fact, many thoughtful and self-aware people experience it frequently. Because the mind is constantly trying to understand social situations. It wants to make sure nothing went wrong. It wants to make sure you were understood. It wants to make sure you didn't damage a relationship or leave the wrong impression. So it studies the moment again, and again, and again. The problem is that the brain treats uncertainty like a puzzle that needs solving. If something feels slightly unclear, the mind assumes the answer must exist somewhere inside the memory. So it keeps reviewing the moment, hoping to finally figure it out. But conversations aren't puzzles. They're human interactions. And human interactions are rarely perfect. Sometimes a sentence comes out slightly wrong. Sometimes someone misunderstands a tone. Sometimes the moment simply passes before you fully express what you meant. And that's normal. The difficulty begins when the mind refuses to accept that the moment is already finished. Instead of moving forward, it keeps trying to rewrite the past. But the past isn't editable. No matter how many times you replay the scene, the outcome doesn't change. What does change is how much energy the moment takes from you. The more the mind loops the conversation, the more attention it steals from the present. And most of the time, the other person has already moved on. They're thinking about their own day, their own responsibilities, their own conversations. Meanwhile, your brain is still trying to solve a moment that may not have been a problem in the first place. The mind does this because it believes overthinking will protect you. But in reality, the habit often just creates unnecessary stress. Letting go of these mental replays doesn't mean ignoring your actions. It simply means recognizing when the mind is chasing something that no longer exists. Sometimes the healthiest response is accepting that the moment has already passed. The conversation happened. You showed up as yourself, and now life is moving forward. The next time your mind begins replaying a conversation late at night, pause for a moment. Notice what your brain is doing. It's trying to solve something. But not every thought requires an answer. Sometimes the most peaceful response is simply allowing the moment to stay where it belongs, in the past. And when you do that often enough, the mind slowly learns something important. Not every memory needs to be revisited. Some conversations can simply end.